Not all hoppers make it. SCP-7507 was Euclid, and it still ended with a corpse in Site-17. That is the hook, and it is also the containment story. SCP-7507 was a 28-year-old Caucasian human male named Thomas Yaltz. When speaking to him, staff used his birth name, or the sobriquet Tommy. In official paperwork, he stayed SCP-7507. He had a moderate stutter, and symptoms consistent with autism spectrum disorder. He also had paranoia and post-traumatic stress disorder. His anomaly was a space-temporal ability to shift into another random universe. He could not control when it happened. He could not choose where he went. He could not choose how long he stayed. Shift events could occur no less than 2 weeks apart. Anything on his person could shift. Guards had to keep at least 1.5 meters from him. He got conditional free roaming from his containment unit. He had to stick to pre-approved areas. He had to be accompanied by at least one guard. He was fitted with a tracking device at all times. He was discouraged from removing it, no matter how much discomfort he vocalized. He was granted amenities and survival tools if reasonable. He was given bi-weekly access to a speech therapist. He also got access to a foundation psychologist after recuperating from shifts. He was discovered January 2, 32018. It happened at St. Christopher's Mental Institution in Mayford, Tennessee. A newspaper reported an escape attempt. He was found in the broom closet of the local post office. It was deemed physically. An anonymous tip went to news outlets. St. Christopher's was shut down February 13, 2018. In an addendum, Dr. Evan Stevens interviewed him. Stevens tried to reassure him about SCP talk. SCP-7507 said he could shift between universes. Then he vanished mid-sentence. The chair clattered. Stevens said, "We've got a problem." After retrieval, SCP-7507 said Dr. Stevens was still there at first. Then, that Stevens did not know who he was. Another Site-17 security team seized him. He asked for a tracking device. He asked for bi-weekly sessions with Dr. Stevens. Both were granted. Later, he was found outside Site-17 with lacerations. He described a derelict classroom. A woman looked like his elementary school English teacher. He shifted back at a doorway with light. Another time he was found in Site-17's guard barracks. He was holding a security guard and burned his shoulder. They refused to elaborate. He requested a weapon and a high-intensity flashlight. He was given a knife and sheath. He also shifted while sleeping. He woke inside a large casket. He could not reach his flashlight. He experienced oxygen deprivation. There was a skeleton beside him. Its skull turned to look at him. He shifted back as knocking hit the coffin roof. He requested an oxygen mask and tank. He asked to move around so he does not feel cramped. That was granted only in approved areas. He was recovered at a Serpent's Hand safe house in St. Louis. He had been in a derelict version of Site-17. Windows were. It talked about branches from Yggdrasil. It said something made people attack others. It said they vaporized others with pure heat from their mouths. It said lead stopped it. It opened a way in Site-17's break room. They stayed with other Serpent's Hand members. The shift lasted 3 weeks. Then came the longest absence. From January 02, 20202, February 09, 2023. He was rediscovered via tracking device in Utica, New York. Class B amnestics were used. He said he found a library computer terminal. He learned it was a broken masquerade scenario. GOI 5869 Gamers Against Weed initiated it. Normalcy agencies dissolved. Marshall, Carter, and Dark dissolved. Foundation anomalies were given to the Serpent's Hand. They married. They moved to Utica. They bought a house for themselves and their expectant child. He shifted in the middle of dinner with his wife and daughter. He asked for pencil and paper to sketch Sarah. That was granted. He asked for a way to go back and stay. That was denied. In a final addendum, he told Stevens he remembered something. He said he had shifted with his father at 1-5. They ended up in a smog-filled iron factory. Gears ground around them. Something came down from the ceiling. It snatched his dad away. Tommy said he killed his dad. He said his mother called police. He was shipped to St. Christopher's. He said they zapped him so many times he forgot almost everything. He said he froze when he ended up there again with Burness. He said one of those things tried to grab them. On February 16, 2023, the tracking device flatlined. Guards breached his door. SCP-7507 was lifeless on his bed. He had punctured his own neck with his pencil. He bled out. 2 papers were left. One read, "Please take my ashes home." The other read, "It's not your fault, doctor." He was declared neutralized. His body went to Site-17's morgue. His cremation request awaited O5 command. Dr. Stevens requested resignation with amnestic treatment. That request was pending. Then, the other happened. On February 8, 2023, a motion detector registered movement. His cabinet was open. A single card lay on his chest. It said, "I'm sorry, I couldn't be there for you, Tommy." It was signed H. The identity was unknown.